Today's reading is Catra from the Sexypedia Wiki. Content warning. This page covers sensitive subject matter. If you're disturbed by the following topics, mentions of abuse, please proceed with caution or refrain from reading this entry altogether. Spoilers ahead! This article contains major spoilers about the sexy person and or their source material. Please proceed with caution. Catra is the main antagonist in the animated series She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, a reboot of the 1980s series. First showing up as Adora's best friend in the Horde. When Adora defects, she doesn't, and takes it very personally. The result is a gradual downward spiral lasting 4 seasons until she hits rock bottom at the end of Season 4. Then, Season 5 finally gives her a redemption arc. She becomes one of the good guys, and gets together with Adora. She's also a very good example of what a sexy woman is. To quote the Sexy Womanpedia, if you aren't familiar with who Vriska is/was, think of her as the quintessential example. Her class is Keter. Her aliases include Catra Applesauce Meow Meow, her full name, Force Captain Catra, Wildcat by Scorpia, and Little Sister by Horde Prime, and her source is She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Basic information. It's not known how exactly she was found and brought into the Horde, but what is known is that she was Adora's childhood friend, with both being effectively raised under the careful watch of their superior, Shadow Weaver, and Shadow Weaver's parenting techniques leave a lot to be desired to say the least. Things are pretty normal up until Adora is promoted to Force Captain, and they go out into the Whispering Woods to celebrate, upon which Adora receives Chosen One's visions, and later asks Catra to cover for her so she can sneak out again. And while Adora learns that the Horde sucks, actually, Catra is sent in to go get her back, and in the process attacks a small town, which Adora sees. Upon informing Catra of her recent discovery, to which Catra responds with, "Yeah, it's supposed to be new information to me," or Adora decides to stick with the good guys. And Catra, as mentioned earlier, takes that really personally. Cue the rest of She-Ra. If you want a more detailed summary, go to Catra's article on the She-Ra wiki. Archetypes. Angst/parental issues. Whoo boy. Angst over her abusive relationship with a mother figure, angst over her friend leaving her for people she just met that day, angst over her friend possibly not returning her not actually platonic feelings. Catra has angst for days, and it only gets worse as time goes on. Anthro/animal theming. She's a humanoid cat. She has a tail, cat-like ears, and is covered in fur. She also displays a lot of cat-like mannerisms, such as hissing when annoyed and a hatred of water. Dominating. Knows exactly how to press Adora's buttons and takes full advantage of that when they're on opposite sides. It really says something that she's able to fight evenly with She-Ra when the latter is an 8-foot tall ridiculously strong sword lady, and all Catra has going for her is smarts and cat. Eldritch. See the brief mention of Put the Universe at Risk down below? Yeah, during the Season 3 finale you get to dip into the void and... Yeah. Eye imagery. Mismatched eyes. Gay/questionable LGBT rep. Canonically in a WLW relationship with Adora. See controversial for why it's considered questionable. Glowing neon. Applies to the void dip form and chipped form. Monster features. She has claws. These are often her weapon of choice in fights. Redeemed villain. Canonical friends to enemies to lovers arc. Culminating in Season 5. Quotable catchphrases. Hey Adora, don't you get it? I love you! I always have! Suit guy. Wears a nice suit in the Princess Prom episode from Season 1, which was a big part in her early rise to sexy womandom. Villain. Yes, definitely. At least for the first 4 seasons. The Season 3 finale is her putting the universe at risk out of pure spite. Fanon tropes. Controversial. This was throughout the show's run thanks to her actions against Adora and her friends. And her redemption arc didn't help this any because there's a lot of debate over whether she actually faced proper consequences for her crimes from the first 4 seasons. John Locked. Catra and Adora were getting shipped all the way back when there was only Season 1. They were very much the main ship throughout the fandom's history, and getting canon confirmation only helped that.